I don't want to sell it. Also knowing that Meri and Janelle want to sell it. It's not fair to Meri and Janelle, and that's not my intention, is to be unfair. My intention is just to not deal with it.
Because we're not family anymore. I mean, this is people now trying to dissolve a business that went bad, basically.
I put money into it. I'm gonna get my part out of it.
It's just been so difficult and so sad with the family. I know everybody just wants out of the pain.
Janelle and Meri are joining forces to get answers about Coyote Pass in this week's episode of Sister Wives.
I am trying to collect all the documentation I need to explain to the lawyer what happened as far as the payment on the land, because I'm going to have to prove that it was really kind of our joint funds that paid the bulk of the property. And therefore, we should be entitled to split it 4 ways, despite how it's really actually titled on the land. I saw what was happening, but I trusted it would all work out in the end. And looking back now, I'm like, wow, I was really dumb. Why did I not insist that we were all titled on all the pieces? I just was too trusting, I guess. And I don't know why the land pieces were titled exactly the way they were. It made sense that Cody was on all of them, because that's how we've kind of always done that, because he's kind of the unifying factor. You know, I just want this to be done, because this is the only thing that still ties me to Cody and Robin. And I'm ready to just close that chapter.
Although Janelle admits she was never close to Meri in the first place, things have gotten better since their splits.
You know, before Robin joined the family, I mean, we were together for like 17 years. A sister-wife relationship is very challenging, and when the personalities are very different, it's even more so. But part of what we strive for in embracing this lifestyle is to learn how to get along and be a team. Were we besties? No. Meri and I still don't see each other. We aren't friends. We don't hang out. But there's no ill will there. There never has been. We just weren't really ever friends. I mean, and she really did, for a long time, sort of belonged what I considered the Cody, Robin, Meri camp. And I didn't really, like, cross paths with her. There wasn't any real reason to. But there is now communication about what we need to do as far as a property.
And now they're both getting on a video call together to talk about what's happening with Coyote Pass, because Cody has seemingly left them in the dark.
So there's been a couple of emails from Cody. The first one was, why don't we divide it this really weird way? 6 acres and 4 acres and I don't know. Then there's a second one saying, Robin, I want to sell.
He was like, well, I'll find the realtor and we'll sell it and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I don't think that you get to decide what we do with it. Sorry, you are not like the head of my family.
I feel like Cody and Robin probably have some plan of what they want to do and how they want to handle it. I think that Janelle has some sort of plan, and I know that I do as well. And none of us are talking to each other because none of us trust each other.
When it comes down to it, Janelle and Meri agree they want someone who is looking out for their best interests in the property.
I think it's time for somebody to be pushing my interest. I probably will get a lawyer. In fact, I've been talking to one. I hope you feel like that for you too.
I do, because it's been 1.5 years since the last time I had that conversation with Cody.
There's been a lot of confusion surrounding the way things have been done in the family, the way that Cody is with me and has been with me for many, many years. So I think that's why I'm gonna get a lawyer to help me through this process. I feel like for quite a few years, I've just kind of sat back and just not wanted to ruffle feathers. So I haven't pushed the issue on many things, but I will push the issue now.
I did talk to my lawyer, and they felt like it would be good for you to have your own firm. And so you're talking to somebody too? Okay. Good. I'm glad. It just makes sure it gets done fairly.
And as things continue to get complicated, Meri says now that they're no longer a family, she needs to look out for herself.
I'm so glad Meri understands it's wise to have a lawyer, because we're not family anymore. I mean, this is people now trying to dissolve a business that went bad, basically.
I've always felt like our family was supposed to be a team. Right now, I feel like there's the Christine and Janelle team, and then there's the Cody and Robin team. I don't want to be on anybody's team.
But everyone seems to have a different idea about how the property was paid for.
I have had my suspicions he's doing something and doesn't want us to know, which is worse. So to me, it feels like Kody has kind of two speeds. Like either he's ignoring me when I ask about the property. You've been like not wanting to necessarily discuss the property.
We got months to go.
We have really only about 3.5 months. Or all of a sudden he's really gung-ho, which always makes me like, why? Why are you gung-ho? In theory, Kody could do whatever he wanted with the property that he and Robin are on. It would be really mean, but he could do it. I mean, I hope he hasn't become that person, but I don't know who he is anymore. I don't recognize who this guy is.
I'm working on this. I'm not rushing, but I'm not your servant to boss around. You're wanting me to do something for you that you could do the footwork on, ladies, and I'm not that interested in doing it.
I've offered to help with the property, and it's just a simple process of adding names to titles. After all these months, it's so odd to me that it is not resolved yet.
Ultimately, Meri and Janelle think something shady is going on.
I love Coyote Pass. I always have. It's hard to think of letting it go.
Robin and I haven't really synced up. We're in different places, and it's an in and out. It's like sometimes I want to keep it, sometimes I want to sell it. And Robin knows we need to sell it, but sometimes wants to keep it.
Let's just, let's not talk about that. Sorry, I shouldn't have even brought it up. It's such a sad topic, so. Every time I'm out at Coyote Pass, I'm just like, my heart aches, and I just see the vision that I've always imagined, you know, all of the space and the houses.
If we were to build one home, like right around this spot somewhere here, then we would have this experience perpetually. This spot is literally the last place our family ever got everybody together. It was the last place.
And even Kody admitted he has plans to keep dragging his feet when it comes to selling the property.
I mean, like in this moment, I'm like back to that place again. I don't want to sell it. Also knowing that Meri and Janelle want to sell it. It's not fair to Meri and Janelle, and that's not my intention, is to be unfair. My intention is just to not deal with it.
Meanwhile, Christine is taking another step in her independence by buying a vacation property with David in Moab, Utah.
We're heading out to our new house. We gotta get to Moab. We need to unload, and we have stuff to do. So excited for this next adventure.
As they were moving into their new rental property, Christine revealed she plans to change her last name.
Change my name legally to Woolley, because some of the paperwork is in Woolley. I just want to keep it that way. So I changed my name legally to Brown years ago. So it's been Brown for years and years and years. I love taking on David's name.
But despite being in this new phase in her life, Christine says she's actually never been closer to Janelle.
When I told all the adults that I was going to be leaving Cody, I have decided to leave. I'm going to leave Cody. And Janelle started to cry.
Yeah, I guess I just can't imagine after 30 years, like, how this looks.
I realized that this was going to impact everybody more than I realized. And then Janelle came over after. She goes, I just want to talk to you, and I just want to know what's going on. And where's our relationship?
It's different.
I think it's totally different.
Now it just seems like we focus on the common experience and the kids.
I think that it's even more than that. I think it's deeper than that for you and I. I would consider you one of my best friends. We realized that we wanted each other in our lives, and it became a choice to stay connected.
Without the drama of being married to the same man, sort of a lot of the conflict went away. Christine and I retained a lot more in common.